Hey guys, imagine having a car that always works perfectly. But that might actually be its biggest problem. Today I want to share my experience from the last 6 months with the Schumacher VIBE RC touring car. And trust me, I'm going to be completely honest. 6 months, several races, countless setup changes. Is this car really worth it? Right now I'm here in Bamberg on my outdoor home track. And with me I have the Schumacher VIBE RC, a car my brother and I have tested a lot over the past 6 months in races and practice sessions. This is the car. Except for the anti-roll bar set and different shock springs, we drove it almost completely in kit standard setup. We used the car in 4 races and many practice sessions. And we focused on 2 main questions. How does the car behave? And how does it react to setup changes? And I can already tell you this. In my opinion, you hit certain limits pretty quickly. But more on that later. We were faster than many high-end cars. So why was it never enough to fight for the win? We raced in the Nordbayern Cup and the RCK Challenge, both in the GT classes with a 17.5 T motor in Blinky mode. And honestly, we were consistently in the upper midfield, and we even beat several drivers with real high-end touring cars. But here's the truth, we were never really fighting for the win. So, is the price actually justified, or are you just paying for the name? With the anti-roll bar set included, the car costs around 300 euros. And now it gets interesting. What other cars do you get in this price range? Not many. In the beginner or club racing category, you have cars like the Yokomo RS 2.0 or the Xpress XQ series. These are about 100 euros cheaper and they work really well too. In the same price range, there's also the Tamiya TT02 SRX, which is definitely a fun car. And after that, there's basically nothing for a while, until you jump up to high-end touring cars starting at around 550 euros. Yes, the VIBE has better quality parts. For example, the double joint drive shafts alone are already a strong argument. But still, I personally see the Schumacher more as a club racer car. And in that category, it's actually the most expensive one. So why does this car feel good, no matter what you do? Let's talk about the positives. If you build the car properly, following the manual, except for one small mistake I found during the build, I link that video above, you get a very consistent car. It just works. Here's what I really liked. It's very easy to work on. The car is extremely durable, even in close battles or after mistakes. And you don't constantly need spare parts. But the biggest strength is this. No matter what setup changes we made, the car still performed well. The rear is always stable. You can drive lap after lap, very consistently. And this is exactly where the important point begins. Because the biggest strength of this car is also its biggest weakness. And I'll explain that right now. Now let's get real. Let me go through the negative points step by step. Let's start with the hex wheel hubs. Plastic is one thing, but if they come off this easily, it just isn't fun. Honestly, I don't want to pick up wheel hubs and pins from the ground after every run. My advice? Definitely upgrade to aluminium wheel hubs. It would have been much better if these were included in the kit from the start. The next point is the ball ends on the shocks. They are missing a hex inside, so you can't hold them with an Allen key while tightening. Even cheaper brands manage to include this. Yes, you can work around it, but at this price you should expect that feature. Now let's talk about the setup. This is where you quickly reach the limits of the car. I personally like to adjust the roll center to fine-tune the handling. But here your options are very limited. The ball studs in the upper link mount are secured from below with a nut. This means you can maybe add about 1 mm of spacing, and that's it. This takes away a lot of flexibility in your setup. In general, I also don't find the large number of shims very practical. Especially for the suspension arms, I will be releasing clean 3D clips in different heights on my website in the next few days, similar to what I did for my TC8. I tested a lot, played around with flex, and tried many different things. But the rear of the car was always extremely stable. That sounds good at first, but in the end it costs you corner speed. If aluminium upper link mounts become available, I would definitely recommend them as a must-have upgrade. The car itself actually has decent flex overall, at least from how it feels. But in the bulkhead area it is extremely stiff. You could try modifying or cutting the shock tower to get more front grip. So as you can see, there is still quite a bit of room for improvement. Now let's come to the conclusion. Durability, quality, partly very good equipment, and a very forgiving driving behavior are clear advantages of this car. So who would I recommend this car to, and who not? If you only want to race at club level, I would recommend going for a Yokomo or an Xpress instead. But if you are looking for a car that you can improve and develop step by step, then the Vibe is a good choice. And very important, this is just my personal opinion. In the end, many factors come into play: track, tires, and body shell. These are my impressions. I hope this video was helpful for some of you. Feel free to share your experiences with the car in the comments. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you at the track.